I've taken the seats. There's a compartment in the back here. Took that out. Took this piece of molding off. I have to get a star socket. I think they call them torque sockets. They look like that. To get the seat belts off so that you can take this panel off and take this panel off. You'll also have to take the one for the second row seat off on that side as well. And take that piece of molding off as well. And the black cup holder piece. Take them out for the seat belt from the floor off so you can get the gray panel off. Remove the panel now, putting this panel right through the hole, and the seat belts also have to go through the hole they came out of. I've already taken the radiator out of here so I can match it up, make sure I had the correct one. And I plugged these lines, the holes through the floor, just to keep it warmer in here. Now, according to everything I found online, they tell you to take the whole heating and air conditioning unit out of the vehicle, which is completely not necessary. This panel comes off right here with 2 screws. This part where the hoses go through comes out with the screw, and the whole unit will slide right in on an angle. Now, they say to take this whole unit out in order to get the new heater core in. To take the old one out, I just took my Sawzall and cut it off, cut the old pipes off, pulled the old one out. But to get the new one in, I don't want to take this all out because then I have to disconnect my air conditioning lines and then recharge my air conditioner. So I took a screwdriver and I kind of chiseled through the metal right here in order to, I can put this piece of metal back, put the pipes in, and then push that down, throw a piece of duct tape over it. It looks way easier than trying to take that whole unit out. So there you go. I got it in. I will slide that in, put all this back together, and then I will push this up from underneath, put some silicone around it. Never know it was there. So I climbed underneath using a screwdriver. I pushed that little metal flat back, used some silicone caulk, caulked it back up, put the little cap on the covering the tubes there, screwed everything down in, and it's good to go up here. Now I got to go underneath and connect the hoses. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. I have my hoses connected now. I had bypassed my lines for the summer because, of course, I wanted to tackle this in the middle of winter when it was much easier. That or I was just procrastinating. So now I have to remove these 2 hoses and hook the original lines up, which I'll probably lose a little bit of coolant, but it doesn't appear to be a whole lot in those lines. I noticed that because there's no air filter, like a cabin filter for the rear unit, the AC condenser gets pretty filled up with lint and stuff. So I took a toothbrush in there and tried to clean that out as best I could. Now it's time to put it all back together. Well, it's all back together. Now what I have to do is bleed the cooling system. I was told that if you have the front end up on ramps, it goes a lot easier. There's a lot of high spots, and I'll show you. There's a couple bleeding screws on the engine. One of them is right here, a little brass fitting. That small little brass nut comes off. And then right there, that one comes off as well. I've also put a front heater coil in this thing, which is a little bit more work. Hopefully I never have to do that again.